Welcome back. Well, Namibian Heritage Week 2025 is here. Celebrations start from the 15th to the 21st of September. Week to give us a look at the exciting calendar of events lined up. Tuuda, good evening and welcome.
Good evening, Nina. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. This year's theme is in Suvia.
Yes.
And it translates to torch bearers of our heritage. But I want you to say the actual phrase of it because you say it so well and so beautifully. So please talk to us about that and then tell us, what inspired the theme and of course what message you're aiming to convey.
Okay, thank you. The theme is in Suvia, as you mentioned, and it is Vahindi, Velambi, Lechizo Chetu, meaning the torchbearers of our heritage. And the main purpose behind that, as you've also probably noticed in the previous years, the Namibian Heritage Week theme is always in a different language. It is also part of learning practice. We want us to learn each other's languages. And I want actually to challenge you to also learn the theme for this year, maybe at the end of the show. But yeah, that was the motivation behind that, just to have it in Suvia for this year and then have others also learn about it.
Now, this week encourages participants from all 14 regions, and you want everybody in Namibia to participate and really take a look at what we consider our heritage is. But how can, ordinary Namibians and especially young people, where it seems like we're sort of losing the essence of culture and heritage amongst the young people, how can they get involved in celebrating and preserving our heritage, Tuuda?
Okay. There's a lot of activities that will be happening during the week. And we'll talk more about those at a later stage. But then there's also other smaller elements that we can do, or you as an individual, you can decide that for this whole week, you're only going to wear traditional clothes, or you're only going to eat traditional food.
Or practice Suvia.
Yeah, yeah, speak to Suvia.
Yeah.
Or listen to traditional music only. So the main motivation has always been that we want to extend this heritage activities beyond Namibian Heritage Week, because this is just 7 days in a year, but we want us to practice our heritage on a day-to-day basis. So that is just the motivation that we are trying to put out there, and also encourage individuals to then do that within their own personal capacities.
But Namibia is so diverse when it comes to our culture. So how do we, during this week and beyond, make all cultural groups feel, equally represented and celebrated? Okay.
I'm sure the Suvia speakers, when they hear me say Vahindi Vela Mbelechizo Chetu, I'm sure they get happy about that.
Yeah.
And that is also what we want to encourage people to do, to speak in another language or to say something, practice something that is outside of your culture. And it's just, it's a way of practicing it and just embracing it wherever we can. And in as much as we are diverse, we also want to learn about each other, because it's one way of tackling stereotypes about different cultures. If you learn something about another language, even if it's a short phrase, for example, now it's the Heritage Week theme, but if you go on and maybe learn a word also, or how to ask for water or something basic, it then teaches you something about that culture, and that is what we want to encourage. For now, it's just it's a theme, it's a very small aspect, but there's more you can learn about the different cultures that we have in Namibia.
Well, what National Heritage Week does today is try to drive the objective, of course, of safeguarding cultural heritage. But I mean, beyond the week, what practical steps, are being taken to protect both tangible and intangible heritage in Namibia?
Okay, the main challenge that we face is the preservation of the intangible aspect of our culture. However, with Namibian Heritage Week, one thing that we always encourage all of our participants is to document our activities, because the only way that we can learn about our culture is if we actively practice it. And the purpose for documenting is then for the upcoming generations to go through and witness the different steps that were taken in order to achieve a certain thing, and then also to encourage them to actively carry out their cultural practices. As I said earlier on, only way you can learn about your culture is if you actively practice it. And now we are encouraging both the younger and the older generation to go back to their roots and practice their cultural activities, so that the younger ones can see them do it, and then as they get older, they will continue doing the same. Because if the elderly who have this knowledge are not doing it, then the younger ones won't have anywhere to learn from.
Beautifully said. I want to talk about some of the exciting activities happening during this week. I know that it's kicked off in Lüderitz tonight, so take us through the program.
The official opening is happening tonight. In fact, they started at 5:30 p.m. in Lüderitz at the Waterfront Auditorium at the old power station. It should be about a 2-hour program, and then after that, the week will be officially opened. And then there's quite a number of activities that will be happening. Lüderitz also, together with the Trans-Namib Museum, they will be having some activities there as well. And I don't want to preempt all the activities, but I can just mention that the launch is happening on the Namibian Heritage Week Facebook page. It's happening right now. You can tune on after the show. And then also this posters with all of the information about the different activities that will be happening. All of this is on the Namibian Heritage Week Facebook page.
Okay. Yeah. And will there be some activities in the city, of course? You know, Windhoek love being involved.
Yes. There's quite a lot of activities in Windhoek. We have the National Earth Science Museum. They'll be having different activities as well. And we have the Independence Memorial Museum. There are activities happening there. City of Windhoek Museum, as well as the Franco-Namibia Cultural Center, known as the FNCC. They're having activities there as well, and I think they have extended up to the 3rd or the 5th of October. Must double check. Yeah, but it's a way of encouraging us to have our heritage activities not only during the week, but to go out into at least spread it throughout the year. And then we also have some activities. We have a book launch tomorrow at the Namibia Scientific Society, also open to the public. We are invited to come there, and then. Yeah, I think I haven't mentioned all the institutions, but all of this information is on the Namibian Heritage Week Facebook page. And then you can see different activities and the times that they're happening. Then you can visit based on your interest.
Awesome. And of course, these are all the partners that are helping you guys make a Heritage Week a success.
Yes.
Yeah. All the information is on the Namibia Heritage Week Facebook page. That is the lineup, where activities will happen, contact information, etc.
Yes, and I also should mention it's countrywide. We have activities in Kavango, Zambezi, Oshano, Hangwena, Hardap, Erongo. So the best platform to go to is the Namibian Heritage Week Facebook page. Find which region you are in and see what activities are happening there, and then you can join and take part.
Fantastic. We've just gotten to the best part of the interview. You know what that is?
What is it?
You're going to teach me how to... But I need the accent.
The B is the V.
Okay. You said I'll follow after you.
Vahindi.
Vahindi.
Velambi.
Velambi.
Rechizo chetu.
Yeah, chiza chetu.
There you go.
Hey, I love it. Tuuda, thank you so much for being here. And we appreciate your time, and we'll definitely be checking what's happening on the calendar. And Namibians, please do involve yourselves. As Tuuda mentioned, the National Namibian Heritage Week activities are not only going to be in Lüderitz or in Windhoek, it's all across the 14 regions. So if you'd like to see what's happening near you, you can get a list of activities happening within your area. We'll be back after this brief break, and then we talk some health matters. Stay with us.